It's Wednesday, my dudes! And with so many Sentinel releases this year, it's no longer the night of the Sentinels, it's the year of the Sentinels! And who better to talk about Sentinels with than Master Mold himself, Ryan Ting! We're really excited to talk with him. We're going to talk with him about Sentinels and more Sentinels. No, we'll talk about Hasbro, we'll talk about X-Men, and we're going to talk Turtles. There's been a severe lack of Turtle talk lately. He's a huge Turtle guy. We're going to talk about him, but there's no reason to halt, mutants. It's time to keep things going. So, Machu, cue the intro. Does this count as playing with ourselves? You weren't ready for that.
I was not. You did not put that in the notes.
No, I did not put that in the notes. Those were not in the show notes. Anyway, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 95 of Between Two Sentinels, the show that you only have yourself to blame that we're here this long. I, of course, am J-Shot, the guy who reminds you of what day it is every week, and it's still Wednesday. And, of course, with me is the man who just got back from Vegas, still has his house, still has his car. How you feeling, Machu?
I'm recovering. I feel good. Yeah. That was my last big con of the year, so that was the finish line. But I had a lot of fun. Picked up a few things, not as much as I did last year because it was in a different spot, right? Like most of my pickups were from Frankensons, so yeah, I needed to get a new suitcase, and this time it's like I barely filled up my suitcase, so yeah.
Okay. But you got something being shipped to you, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that when it gets here.
All right.
Also, you had a busy week.
I had a huge week last week, which was really exciting and exhausting. But again, beautiful. Like it's a pleasure to complain about being exhausted from last week. Mm-hmm. I had the opportunity to be on 7 streams in 5 days, which was just incredible. So huge thank you to the Toy Daddies, the Collection Nexus, to Chat Migos, to They're Not Dolls, our own show, to Toying Around, the Real Life Perspective show for having me. And then no one was more surprised than I was to get the share from the old Todd father himself, Toddy Mac. It was quite impressive. The share. So it was a good week to be J-Shot. But boy, coming down from that high, whew, that's tough. That's tough, man. That's tough. Yeah. But we're here, and we're here tonight, and we're going to talk to Ryan, who's hopefully I like to consider a good friend, and we got our chat with us. That's always exciting, and you're back. We were certainly missing you last week. Being on different time zones is tough, but let's check in with the chat. Maybe get through some quick calls. I definitely got something I want to shout out for sure. I got a lovely package from our good friend Plasty. But let's check in with the chat here. Steve, who, put a really good song in there. Feels a little bit like a setup. So we're just gonna say, sing it yourselves. Yeah. But thanks, Steve. Steve. It's a good song. And it's a great song by Dr. Dre. And we're gonna be stuck in our head for a while. NYC Figure Fanatic is here, and he dropped that 5 p.m. a little early, but we appreciate it. And there's Plasty. He's here with us. Dom is here. We got Paul Morales. We got Winger Lewis, who did an amazing job last week dropping DK and Kevin into the Sentinel helmets, and then just dropped Ryan's into the Sentinel helmet. So I love this little trend he's got going on. We got Josh Brown is here. Dom wants to know if Ryan will be attending RubenCon. We're going to save that and find out next year. Or find out if he will be attending for next year for sure. Henrock's here. We got Toy Chase in the house, and Toy Chase will be on with Dave Wheeler and Mr. Speaky Geeky in Duarte Studios in just an hour or so. Let's see who else we got. We got PJ's here saying my dudes. Hey. Let's see. And by the way, Josh, this is exactly why we got Ryan on. You got to go order some Sentinels, man. You got to make sure that happens. Plasty saying buenos noches. We got Captain McKay random. And well, we don't screw around. Does this count as playing with yourselves? We got Rel Collects is here. just showed up in time for the intro. It's the best part. I mean, it's not the best part. It's like, it's fun. It's my favorite part. But my mom likes it too. That's true. It's how I get my 10%. You know what, Dom? It's coming in nice. Let him do
I was about to shave it off again, honestly.
just cause.
You know what? Screw it. Next thing is the beard.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just bald head and you're just
no.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to know where the line is. So we got KJ Smith in the house. Jay Shotorama. I like that. That sounds fun. Darth Primus is here saying happy Wednesday. What a guy. Saying happy Wednesday, my dudes. Here's Toying Around is here as well. Let's see who else. We got Man Beast Boy is here. What else? I think. Oh, and we got one more. We got Taco Boy. Taco Boy, of course, with that amazing animation. Still one of my favorite gifts for us to bring up. How you feeling, Machu? I'm good. I'm good. But
and now we refer to everything as a price as Hot Wheels.
In Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
That's it.
$5 is 5 Hot Wheels.
5 Hot Wheels. There you go. And Detour's here. What's going on, man?
Hey.
What did you bring home? What'd you bring home with you?
From I actually got something that's not like I usually get. Like I got a vinyl statue.
Ooh,
of Astro Boy.
Right, let's go. Nice.
Yeah.
Little punk
Astro Boy. Astro Boy.
Nice. Is it vinyl? It looks 3D printed, actually.
It's vinyl.
It's vinyl? Nice.
Yeah.
You put any tech deck there, or is it a specific one?
It came with a board. It's an Astro Boy board.
Oh, I like that. Nice. Yeah. Very cool.
This was the cheapest thing of this size I could buy from that booth at less than 200 Hot Wheels. But yeah, I got that. And then Mike gifted me something, and that board is not staying in his hand right now.
Sorry. We measure in Danny DeVito's and we price in Hot Toys and in Hot Wheels, not Hot Toys.
What did you get? While I take this out of the box.
Yeah, let me. So I Plasti is currently working with a company called Under Geek, which is really awesome.
Nice.
And I got the pleasure of being their first international order here, and so here's the official Plasti Edito shirt. I got 3 of them in the wave. He got the first wave came out. Got that one. We got this one that just says checked unboxing, which nice. I really need to do a lot of because there's a bunch of stuff there.
You need to do opening stuff soon.
I need to do an opening stuff. And then we got this one here too, which is great, which I believe, Plasti, this is one of your old photos, right? Or this is one of your photos? This is great. So,
that's awesome.
And of course, this came with, nothing shy of a whole mess of stickers. There's your Under Geek and some of these fun little pins that I will get to put somewhere as well. So thank you, Plasti, for making this happen. Thank you, Under Geek, for making this happen. By the way, they are these shirts they're like super soft, but they're like, they feel like they're going to hold their shape. They're not like, like some shirts are soft, but they like feel like they're just going to like the neck is going to ring out.
Oh, I was like, what kind of shape is it going to turn into? Like a pair of pants or something?
Oh, that'd be great. Actually, that'd be like if they could just, change out, but while you're pulling that up too, I do want to show this off. I know we talked a lot of Mondo last night, but this Mondo, man, it looks so good. And the fact that they send you, if you want to unbox it, they send you an extra card.
Oh, dude, that's awesome!
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
just so you can really appreciate the card.
We should have had our guest on when you showed that.
Sorry,
we'll show it.
I'll show it again. I bet you he got them. I'm willing to bet money he got them.
We'll ask him.
So, yeah, we'll ask him. No.
Yeah.
This is what the here. Whoop.
It's a black and gold Nightwing.
That's really cool. A Noche wing?
A Noche wing. And on the back of his jacket, it's Haley's Circus.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little nod. That's really cool.
Yeah. So Mike picked this up for me when I wasn't looking because him and I went on the show floor and he noticed that I was looking at that box for a little while and I was like, maybe I'll come back for it. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like the coloring on that a lot.
Yeah. It's different,
Yeah. That's good.
But it's cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Let's I think we've been keeping our guests waiting for a bit too long now.
A little too long. A little too long. Let's bring him in. You know him. You love him. It's the one and only Ryan Ting. What's up, man? Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for wearing the dress. Thank you for wearing the dress code tonight.
Oh, this is so awkward. I didn't realize we'd all three of us be matching. Oh well.
Awkward. Oh. Awkward. I think you mean spectacular. Let's be real. So we all knew we were going to be matching tonight. Let's be real. Yeah.
This is quite the visual.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Roosevelt, for not sponsoring us and making us buy these shirts, but now sponsor us and make us, yeah. So, how are you, man? You've been riding solo for a while here. I know that, Dan's been doing the dad thing, which is amazing. Congratulations to him. And Dwight, I feel like Dwight's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle. Sometimes he's a little aloof. But you've been all over the place and traveling. How you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks here, and we've got our big Sentinel project winding down, which I'm sure we'll cover. But that was fun. New York Comic Con was great. Didn't get to go out to Legions Con to meet up with a bunch of you guys because I went on a quick trip with my wife. So maybe next year I'll have to get back to New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, you were there last year. That was a pleasant surprise.
I was there for just a couple hours. Was in town for a day. Yeah.
What were your thoughts in when you went there?
It was cool. There was a lot of like custom stuff, like just for display, people doing cool things. There was a lot of, clearly a lot of Mythic Legions and other smaller independent toy companies, which was great to see. I didn't get to walk around as much in like the satellite ballroom just for other sellers and stuff. So maybe next time I go, I have to budget more time accordingly. I actually ran into, who did I run into last year? I met Brian Brink, who does the HasLab tracker charts, I believe, on Geek Dad Life. And then I was walking and I had this like passing moment and recognized Toy Bro, Jared Toy Bro from the socials and stuff. And we did a thing with he did an interview with us, I think, one time for Marvel Legends, and we sent him a speedball a figure back in the day. But it was funny. We just we were both like, I know you. And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Nice.
Fun
stories. I know if you come back, Toy Chase is ready to walk you around. He's
the mayor,
just like he did last year. The mayor is on standby. We had to pry him away from the door. We were like, Ryan's not coming, man. He's not coming this year. He was like hanging out by the door, being like, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be here any minute. I was like, no, dude, he's not coming. He's not coming. Relax. So, and then you just got back from London too, right? Did you just do?
I went to Italy on a quick non-work trip with my wife, but Dwight, speaking of which, he did not go to New York because he was prepping to go on the European Grand Adventure. So Dwight went to London Comic Con, and then he went to Lucca Comic Con because Hasbro represented at both events, both Marvel and Star Wars. So Chris from the Star Wars team traveled with Dwight as well.
Very cool. Okay. Very cool. How was Italy? Where'd you go? How was it going to the motherland for me?
It was great. We went to Milan for a couple of days, which we had not been. We had previously been to Rome, Florence, and Venice. And so we got to go up north a little bit and try out Milan. It was a quick trip, but the first stop, we got off the train from the airport to go to the hotel. And the first stop was a toy store. And I posted about it. It was this really charming old-fashioned toy store, and there were Pokemon cards for our son in Italian, so it was like, oh my god, we got to get them. And so we bought them there, and of course we would then realize that every other place you went to had Pokemon cards, from the subway newsstands to the grocery stores to every place. And so we perhaps overpaid for a small box of Pokemon cards from the toy store, but it was a nice shop, and I was glad to support them.
Yeah, I thought you were they're going to say you opened them up and realized they weren't in Italian.
It was a pretty good box too, because we took them back and he opened them, and I think he got three hits, I think, out of the 6 or so packs. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice. That's awesome. Let's see. Ryan saying he went to the Disney Warrior. What? I don't know. Weird. We had a Brandon. Oh, that's right. We had Brandon at Legions Con this year. He was running around.
Yeah.
Brendan. That's what he kept. That's what everyone made fun of him saying. But that was interesting to meet him. Wearing the Dan Who shirt, dressed as. That was interesting. That was really cool to meet him. So I mean, look, man, like you guys came out swinging this year. I feel like for Marvel Legends, there's been before we talk about the Sentinels, before we remind everybody that they got to go pre-order before everything goes out. Put it that way. Stop playing with yourself. What was your favorite figure that you released this year?
What year are we in? We are in 2024. The year's almost done. I feel like everything we have for the year has already been revealed, so I just have to rack my brain. I mean, I have him right here. This guy, this box set is pretty close to my heart. We talked about doing this particular Sentinel for many years, and finally got to do it. I think we revealed it at San Diego Comic-Con, and it shipped out a little later, so that's probably up there. We had the Secret Wars wave, which I think is shipping now. Fans are getting their hands on them. That was just a fun collective kind of expression. Anytime we can tackle a new line look, one of the new homages to a vintage line, that's always a lot of fun. And a lot of the 85th stuff, I think, has been a hit, from Danny Ketch Ghost Rider to Astonishing Wolverine to Warbird here. I just have her on the desk. A lot of good stuff.
Definitely a lot of good Wolverine figures this year.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
it was his anniversary year. Both him and Dwight turned 50 this year. Yeah, fun fact.
And fun fact, Dwight is also the same size as Wolverine. He's only 5'3". No, it's true. Dwight is a large guy. Yeah. It's true. Wolverine kind of replaced Spider-Man this year, where there was a ton of Wolverine releases as opposed to the Spider-Man. So I have a question, and again, just always I'm not gonna push, but you stop it. Plans to release these in other colorways based on the
interesting.
Video games.
Would you? Yeah. How many people would like to see that?
I'd
probably
get it. Yeah, I'd probably get that.
There's at least 2 here. So
we thought about it, right? I grew up playing that game in the arcades with actual quarters, right? We talked about doing for this year, like, do we do a rainbow pack of like one of the standard and then one of each? But then we were like, what if people wanted a troop build from the get-go and they really wanted the standard pink and purple ones? Like, would they be annoyed that they had to buy 5 3-packs to get right, like 5 of the normal Sentinel? So we were like, let's just launch with a 2-pack of the same color of the most common ones, the most recognizable. And then if that pack was successful, which I think it was, because it went up for pre-order again after it sold out very quickly at San Diego, I think we will definitely look to some of the other colorways at some point.
So I think it's interesting that you say, are people going to be annoyed that they would have to? Haven't you been in this game long enough to know that no matter what, people are going to be annoyed?
That's true. Will enough people be annoyed?
Yeah. Isn't it like it's a numbers game, right? It's like, how many people could we are not going to be annoyed at this point? But I think this pack is fantastic. This was, when we saw it in San Diego, it was exciting. It's pure nostalgia. The printing on the face, I think, and the sculpting was one of my favorite parts. And I would definitely be in for a rainbow pack, for sure. And it only leads to the question too of I think there's an appetite. We have, right? Like, we have those kind of retro style figures that are already out there, but I think that leads to the appetite too of more game style figures as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you played the Sega game. As terrible as that game was, there is something special about it,
I was a Nintendo kid, but one of my neighbors and friends had the Genesis, so I would have to go to his house to play the X-Men Sega games.
Was that the one with Gambit?
Yeah.
Yes. That was also the one where to use Wolverine's claws drained his power. It was really really annoying.
Right. I remember that.
Oh. And then what about 97? The success of 97, obviously, like no surprise there. Seeing the 97 line come back and the series come back, and then their success of there. And I think there's been, talks and rumors of more figures to come. But just from you being a fan, there has to be some pure excitement and some joy.
Yeah, it was worth the wait and the gymnastics we kind of had to do. We ended up like revealing the X-Men 97 Kid and Legends line, which is behind me, or they're kind of hidden. But we did that at San Diego Comic-Con 2020. What year are we in? 2023.
Yeah.
And like, but then the show didn't premiere until like earlier this year. And then, so it's always a little bit disjointed when your product comes out before the actual content, and it's not ideal, but you kind of work through it. But yeah, season 1 was amazing, as we all know. And I think everyone is eager for more. And then we had the second wave hit in 2024 this year, and fans are eager for more to come. And the Sentinel that we're doing now, the X97 Sentinel, we're just getting started. So there are more X-Men 97 characters definitely in development and in our future plans.
Nice. All right, so
original X-Men animated series, like a Colossus coming from the bank, maybe. Just asking for a friend.
It'd be tough. It's kind of tough to juggle like the new animation with the old animation at the same time.
That's true. Yeah.
But maybe Colossus will make a more, I forget, there was probably a cameo in this season, but like an actual appearance on the show.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take that. Captain McKay random saying he loved Sega X-Men, and then of course we got Kevin saying, look at all these friends here. Love hearing that. Let's see. Sunspot told us at NYCC that he wants a figure. So Dom himself talking with Sunspot.
The voice actor, right?
Yeah, no, I figured as much. Yeah. So Alan Rappaport checking in with us. We got Kyle saying, Ryan, we need a Colossus. Don't do this to me. Kyle. I think we've hinted at this Sentinel enough. Let's talk about this thing and all its beauty here. Dude, this thing is incredible, and you released it in NYCC, and it's incredible. I mean, just from the mold itself to the extra pieces it comes with, I mean, this alone is enough to want to order 15 of them. But talk about it. Just shut me up, basically.
Yeah, we were looking to do some bigger items for this year, coming off of Giant Man and just thinking things through, right? We decided at the outset to not have a HasLab campaign this year to ship next year, but instead we're like, well, we still want to do a couple of mega deluxe or super mega deluxe style figures, and that ended up being Dragon Man and the Sentinel here.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of Sentinels. It was funny, like we had this Pulse 2-pack in the works before we greenlit this larger X97 version, and so like, yeah, there's tons of Sentinels. We had a HasLab project back in 2020, but I think it's just such a popular character. It's something so important to the X-Men in comics, in video games, in animation, that he's pretty ubiquitous, and it's almost like I think he's almost like the stormtrooper of sorts for Marvel and the X-Men. It's like
definitely
villains who you see so many armies of them, and they get beat up and destroyed a lot, but they're still kind of very menacing and imposing looking, and just collectors, I think, can't get enough of them. And so yeah, we came back with the Sentinel, and very on model to the show, whereas the HasLab was a completely different look and a much larger scale. And so we had an idea that it would be popular and go over well, and the reception at NYCC at the panel when we revealed it, and just in the weeks since then, have been great to see. And I think the fans are loving it, and we love to see that. And yeah, thank you guys for reminding me that I committed to being on the show weeks ago in advance of the closing date. So the closing pre-order will be Monday night Eastern. So that's the 26th. So in a couple of days. So any procrastinators out there who just still wanted to, wait through the weekend, or even wait really down to the wire on Monday during the day, that's fine. That's all good. You can get your orders in. And again, these, because it is an open pre-order, doesn't actually charge your credit card, doesn't take the payment until the item is right about to ship, which will be next fall, essentially.
Right. It's really future use problem.
It is.
Yeah.
Right.
But at that same time too, and I wanted to remind people as well that these types of larger items, like, there's a reason why we don't just make a set amount and then just sell them. You could do that, but no one has a crystal ball, and you don't want to underproduce something and leave money on the table, but you really don't want to overproduce, because if you overproduce something that is a large box, a high price point, it's even tougher to kind of move through and clear through. So that's why with this model, we are making the amount that is pre-ordered. So not to pressure anyone, but like still, this is the window. And then for those common questions of like, oh, well, can't you just make more later at another time? It's like, yeah, we could. It's not, this isn't a HasLab. This is not being advertised as a once in a lifetime type thing, but it comes down to demand, and it's a production run type thing. You can't activate the factory and make 100 pieces of something, right? You need to make many pieces at a time. And so we're going to knock out one big production run exactly to demand. And that's all we can really guarantee at this point. And we're on to bigger and better things, right? It's not like we're going to stop coming out with cool movie, comic, video game, whatever legends. Like, we're always going to be doing stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll get a chance to come back to this particular item, but we've had, I think 40-ish days or so for everyone to get their orders in. And there's a little bit of time left if you need to make some stuff happen. And yeah, you do have a year to kind of figure out what needs to get done.
Yeah. And, you know, you said it best, and missed opportunity, by the way. You said you can't just kick open the factory. Can't just restart the master mold here and make more Sentinels. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. He doesn't roll out of bed unless at minimum order quantity master.
Right, minimum order quantity. But yeah, like you said, there's been a lot of time to get this going. There is, you still have until Monday. I think it's incredible that it's not charging. And Captain McKay says, he's going to pre-order and hope that future McKay has an awesome new job.
Yeah,
I mean, look, you get a year to put money away. But also, guys, like, we talk about this a lot too. Don't overspend. Don't reach over your limits. Get one, get two, get what you can afford. Take time, put it away. I do love Steve Morrow's comments. His Days of Future Past purchase orders. I like that. That's a good one. Kyle says, well said. Overproducing is death, and never want to sit on inventory. That's very, very true. So, Josh wants to know, is there a certain percentage extra produced as CS stock? I don't know what CS means, so I'm just going to ask but will there be a little bit of extra stock just in case of broken pieces, missed pieces, things like that?
Oh, is that like is CS customer service? I'm not sure what that means.
That probably makes sense. Yep.
Customer service.
Yeah, I mean, potentially, but those are not meant to necessarily be sold. Those are meant for actual defects. The defect rate, as much as we would love it for anything in life, is not going to ever be 0%. Things happen. Sometimes transit, right? Sometimes boxes arrive crushed for whatever reason, and fans want a better one, like a pristine one to unbox, which is totally fair. And so they will reach out. So yes, but not, those aren't quantities that are just going to magically appear on the Pulse for sale. I think just for in transparency, sometimes items that are pre-ordered and the pre-order sells out, right? And then sometimes when they start shipping, they might appear in stock for a short time, but it's very limited quantities. Right. And the types of reasons why that could happen could be someone canceled the pre-order. It could be, someone's account, they didn't update their credit card. And customer service will usually reach out and be like, hey, like, would you like to update the payment? And if people don't respond, then those units that, then those become sellable. But if you think about in terms of the number of instances of that, it's very small. So I don't want to say, right, like if it appears in stock for a short amount of time and some people are able to get them who missed out, great. But that is not like the strategy, and that is the exception as opposed to the rule.
Right. Okay. Talking about the figures themselves, mold is great, right? They look very different than these. They look very different than the HasLab, ripped right out of the 97 cartoon. There's no excess, no lighter
electronics.
Feature. No electronics. What was there a reason for that?
Yeah, we wanted to keep the price down, keep the tooling down. The way that we've had I'm looking at them over there, the other Sentinels and Galactus, I think Galactus had LEDs in both the head and the chest. The Sentinel,
you needed two sets of batteries.
but still, like, that's just more cost. And we were really trying to keep it as far under that $200 price point as we could. And we actually got it down to $175 without that electronics. It would have been cool for him maybe to have some light up eyes, but his eyes are very little, right? And so, and they're just red. So we didn't feel that would have been a proper trade-off for the expense that it would have had to add to it all.
Right.
And this
But
way
I don't think you're missing. You don't think you're really missing much.
No.
Yeah.
Right. And this way people can buy more than one, right? Like it's at a reasonable price that you can buy more than one. I mean, I missed out on the first Sentinel HasLab, and I had to pay in the aftermarket price at the height of FOMO.
Uh-huh.
And I'll just say it cost more than 5 of these. So
it was a lot of Hot Wheels.
That's a lot of Hot Wheels.
A lot of Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, these things are they're smaller than the original Sentinels, right? But I mean, they're still really good size. I mean, you had, again, there was one of them that was out at New York Comic Con, and it was in a really cool display. It's surrounded by the figures themselves. It is great. I mean, you see it here too, but there's still something awesome about it. And by the way, I'll plug the Figure Report. He's got a great video interview with you on it that we casually crashed. But it was really impressive to see, and it looks like it moves really well too. There's good articulation in it. My question is, where do you stand on army building? Are you a 3, a 5, a 7 guy? Do you like, what's your take
in terms of numbers?
Yeah,
for this item in particular, or just in general?
In general. I wasn't going to put you on the spot and be like, how many of these you're ordering? I wasn't going to do that to you.
I don't know what I do like to army build things. I just visually, I like having an odd number of things, so you can have one in the middle and then be flanked by whether it's 3, 5, 7, whatever. So I'm a little bit. That's kind of how I think about it. For these, I've ordered 5, so I just placed an order for 5 initially, and then might go back. I don't see. This is what happens, right? If you get one, and then you get the itch, and it's like, this is what happened. This is why I have 2 Hiss tanks, because I backed the Hiss tank initially, and then the last day it's like, I'll just get another one, like just because I didn't do that for the Dragonfly though, only the Hiss tank.
That's how Macho ended up with 3 Giant Mans.
Yep, it's easy. Just to go back in, and get one more if you can. Yeah. And if not, I think this is going to be a pretty popular. Yes, it's tied to the animation, which is still ongoing, but it is really a classic look that I think is always going to appeal to collectors' shelves and X-Men's collections.
Awesome. Yeah. I will say I do miss this as a HasLab, because I think it would have been great to get a beat up morph as an unlockable.
Yeah, but what if they release that? What if they just release it?
Just a bent over morph like this.
Yeah.
Oh no. More morph.
Cheney will be number 1 to buy it. He hates morph. But all right, so pre-order up until, and we'll drop the link in there. Pre-order up until Monday, 11/26, 174. I mean, we've certainly paid more on less. We've paid more for less on these. I've got a few in. I'm pretty sure that I can be convinced to get more.
I might get another one on top of my initial order.
There's Wolverine, pull back. I'm already talking about dressing up my son as Master Mold for Halloween next year. It'll be a great little
and putting all the figure. I've seen cosplays like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, right. And just the Sentinels in front of him. Put him in a chair, right? Just like this. Be awesome. We were joking that on the title card that Matt made, you look like Magneto flying above the thing here. I don't know if you realize, look at that. Like, you look like you're in the Magneto bubble.
Ooh.
Flying above the Sentinels. So but yeah. All right. What else, man? What else? What else? I don't want to push for anything, but Did you? Well, let's talk turtles for a little bit. Did you get the Mondos?
I did. So
I just entered the bubble. Oh god. Okay, it's
no.
back. Never mind. I'm good.
Okay.
All right, I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah. So three of them have arrived.
All right, good. I'm not the only one that did get Raph. Okay, cool.
Yes. I got in a panic today because I was like, oh, let me just check because I get
Wait,
Mondo
you're
is
missing
great.
Raph too?
No, Raph did not come yet, but like, and I think that's most people's case, right?
Yeah,
But like,
okay.
because Mondo uses DHL, I get like all these emails and texts from DHL's like, hey, like we're doing this. It's like, all right, DHL.
Yeah, calm down.
Hey, calm down.
Like, all right. Because other shippers, it's like when you get a text, it's like, oh, they're outside my door, like not.
Yeah.
But DHL is like, oh, we're just getting it ready. Oh, it was picked up in China. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Then
It's gonna ship. It's gonna ship. It's like today. No. But like soon. It's gonna ship soon.
Exactly. And then so I was going through. I went onto my Mondo account and I was going through, and it was like, this order is fulfilled. This order is filled. And then it said the RAF order with, I think it was RAF and Mondo Gecko, were like partially fulfilled. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I didn't get RAF. And so I came back into the house and it's like, no, I just have the 3. And I click on it and I'm like, oh no, there's a DHL link for the RAF order. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? Did it get lost? Did someone steal it? And then I clicked on it and it's like, oh, it's still in China. It's like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, he's still fighting the Foot Clan by himself.
Thank you. But yeah, so I haven't unboxed them yet. I kind of like to live vicariously through other people's unboxings first, weirdly. But I brought Donnie down here,
nice,
to maybe unbox here. But you already have one, so I'd have to go get another one of the upstairs ones.
I'm not unboxing it. If you would like to unbox it, you can. I'm keeping. This is staying mint on card for me. I'm not. I just think this looks too cool to open. I mean,
they gave you a card that's.
I know, and I'm gonna keep that card too. I just like, these things are not known for their articulation. I think it just looks great like this. It's gonna stay like this. And you know what? Honestly, I'll probably like put like pin it to the wall and then pin this like this in the middle and put the rest of them around it. Right? So you get the card back. So
yeah, I'm not unboxing. I didn't mean unbox it from the blister. I meant take it out of the brown shipper box. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was right. You're right. Did you? So I have a legit question, and this is not meant to like stir any trouble. Did you get Donnie's lab?
The NECA
Donnie's lab
diorama? No,
yes. Okay.
I for like the only NECA diorama I have is the not animated but the regular street scene one, and I kind of regret it. I kind of regret not getting the lair and the lab, but yeah, I just kind of made that choice to not go all in on the animated dios.
Got it. I'm only asking because I know, like, so NECA started sending out emails today. There was the whole thing where they sent out a few different. Some people had gotten 2 Donnie's labs, and they're asking now for people to send them back, and they're giving a credit to people who send them back, and they're kind of saying, if you don't send it back, we may kind of put you like on the bad guy list. And in my eyes, it was like a mistake, right? And some people are saying NECA should eat that. It's an expensive item. And I'm kind of in the boat of like, they made a mistake, right? Like, you know, they made a mistake. You kind of knew you got it as a mistake. Why not send it back? I mean, I was just curious to hear your thoughts, not so much as, you know, Ryan, the Hasbro guy, your thoughts as a collector. I'm in the ballpark of, they made a mistake and they're calling you, like, hey, send this back, please, and we'll give you something for it. You know, what are you thinking?
I actually hadn't heard that. I don't know. Maybe it was a busy day. I didn't see that story. I'm sure people have lots of opinions.
Yeah, they sure do.
So it's not that they ordered 2. It was just something wrong with the fulfillment.
Something wrong with the fulfillment. They ended up sending 2 out. I of course haven't unboxed mine yet, so it doesn't matter.
Like when I got that giant man, I only ordered 1 and I got 2 more. I don't know how that
happened. They gave it to me.
No, it sounds like this is like a psy-op to like test the collector community. How would everyone respond if this situation that hasn't happened before really?
I don't know, man. Like in my eyes, it's like you accidentally got this. You know, they're saying they made a mistake. They're owning up to making a mistake, and they're going to give you $100.
How much is the lab?
It's like a $300 item. You know, so that's a big mistake.
Tough. I can see both. I can see both sides. And is it an issue of like, I would have to go read it. But if it's like, can they now not fulfill other people who just ordered one, like because of this?
Yeah,
And then
yes.
that's a little.
Some of that is. I mean, and chat, by the way, sound off. I'm curious to hear what you think. And I know we got a couple of things here. We got Kyle is saying, Ting Nito, back to the Magneto comment there.
I need Kyle to design a Colossus, him as Colossus, and it's like, what the god?
Wow. I love that. I love that. Where's Taco Boy? Taco Boy will make that happen. We got 78 points saying, sup nerds? How many Sentinels did Machu get? I don't know, Machu, you want to share that? That's how many I got. So there you go. Yeah, so wait, I think
I'm still thinking about getting one or two more extra. We have it's 15.
I got 5 as well.
Yeah, look at that. Same shirts, same Sentinel order. Next year we'll be doing this. Yeah, we'll be doing this with all our Sentinels. And some of us may or may not be married anymore. I don't know.
It was cheaper than the first HasLab that I bought on eBay.
It was. It certainly was. Dom's saying DHL has crackhead energy. So there you go. Keep messaging us and have a crackhead energy. Ryan's unboxing, but Jay's hot isn't. That's true. It's a bizarro world here.
But he was just taking it out of the shipper.
He was just taking it out of the shipper. Yeah. Shipper Thunderhouse Designs is tuning in late, so rewinding to watch from the beginning. See you in the past. Thank you, Thunderhouse. Appreciate the support. Yes, you get a free $100 if you send it back. Yes. Just ordered a Sentinel. There you go. One more. Cue it to the show. Perfect. PL says it's a little too late though. Some people have sold them or parted with them already. That email should have been sent the day or 2 weeks. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. 78 says Pablo has all the layers. He got them all. He bought them all from everybody. Hey, Logan says hi. Logan, it's 9:00. Go to bed. I would send it back. Right thing to do. Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. I mean, it's a weird thing. It's just, to me, it's like you got something for free. You weren't supposed to get it. Other people haven't gotten theirs yet for $100.
What happens if somebody already like sold it for a little more markup and then just bought Sentinels with that money?
That's putting Ryan in a really difficult position. That's not fair. That's not fair to Ryan at all because he's a Turtle fan and a Sentinel guy. Yeah. That's not fair at all.
That's not fair. Okay,
that's not fair.
Erase that comment.
What a Schrodinger's cat situation right there. So, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of what I would do. It's a tough situation. What if you didn't read the email? It's a great question too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's going to be interesting for sure. Ryan, we are coming down to December, and obviously everyone's going to start doing their top list and their top figures of the year. Have you started to even hint at what your top figure of the year would be?
I need to do my draft prep because we will be doing the best fan stream, I think, of the year, the one everyone looks forward to, depending on who you ask. But I have to go compile the list and send it off to Dan and Dwight so everyone can make their picks.
Okay.
And the most fun part for me about doing this, which is probably like going on 4 or 5 years now, 4 years maybe, is not just coming up with the picks, but it's like strategizing, being like, well, I think this is going to be Dwight's number one. So if I can pick before him, do I take it to like me so he can't get it? So there's a little bit of that added layer when you're like competing with other people and not just everyone has access to the same pool.
I remember when we were doing that with the Toy Daddies with our version of the toy draft, and I know the way I would make my selection is, do all of them have this figure or is it only me? Because I'm not going to select this one first and take it off the table.
Yeah, if you can get it 2 rounds later because the other guys don't like that figure as much as you, then that's being smart. That's what you got to do.
That's more playing the person than it is anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what makes it fun, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So let's see. We got other comments here. PJ says that he bought 3 Sentinels and he bought the HasLab Bastion for 20. Playing the cards right. There you go. That was good. Let's see what else we got. No one should be obligated, but the effort to get them back should be good. Okay, all right, I like that. No obligation. So you're saying more of a reward system. Hey, we screwed up, but if you send it back, we'll give you something.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that they did include the $100.
Yeah. Jay Sean's got to be in my top 5 of the year. He comes with free espressos and free use of the bathroom. Yeah, so there you go. But is the Secret War wave a 2024 or a 2025 wave?
24
Ooh.
MCU collector.
There you go. 24. But you can have it. You got it fair and square, Matt. It's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So, I don't know the Espresso song. I would sing it if I know it. Rel says top figures in my opinion, Mezco King Conan.
That's a good figure.
I didn't get it. I don't know. Favorite turtle this year, Ryan? What was yours?
I don't know. I haven't seen these Mondo ones up close yet. I don't know. Too many. I'm staring at the Playmates remastered ones. Those are kind of fun. I have the also Playmates, but like those original sketch versions. So I had pre-ordered the 4-pack from Amazon a while ago, and I think I never unboxed it, so it's somewhere around here. But the other day I was at Target and I saw 3 of them on the shelves, but one was missing. I forget who was missing. I think Raph was missing, actually.
I
was like, oh, cool. I was like,
missing.
Don't need to buy them. But then I was like, wait a minute. I wonder if this is still available on Amazon. And I went, and it was. So I just got another set. And so now I have 2 sets somewhere, but now I can actually open one of them.
All right.
Yeah.
I saw those individual ones. I didn't know. I felt like I didn't need them. I don't know. I like that. I have the original 4-pack set, but I don't know. I got too much stuff to unbox anyway. 78 says he ordered 3 Sentinels. He's got ideas. Maybe Dio to go along with it.
I
Days of Future
I did have that one idea of having that extra Sentinel. Sorry, Ryan, but I'm gonna blow one up.
Yeah.
The pieces.
People were asking. Who was asking at New York Comic Con? They're like, "Oh, like does the arm come off? So you could have battle damage." It's like, hey, if you buy a Sentinel, you could do whatever you want with that. You could blow it up. You could chop them up. Please, if that's what you want, go for it.
Once it leaves the warehouse, it's yours. It doesn't matter.
All right, gotta get 2 more and blow them up.
All right.
It might have been Boog. It might have been Boog who was asking. Oh, it'd be cool if it could have swappable battle damage heads and pieces. And it's just like, yeah, do it yourself. Battle damage it yourself.
Bad Force saying will Hasbro making Marvel Legends 2026 and beyond?
Oh,
is there any reason? Yeah.
Tricky.
I
mean, we're always working. I think I'm not going to get into trouble one way or the other, but but yeah.
I think it's because Bat Force Grumps is a Batman fan, so yeah.
So are you hoping that they start making DC? Is that what you're hoping for, Bat Force? I don't know. So maybe you guys could start making DC statues. Since like do a little crossover. I don't know.
Excuse me, they're posed figures. Okay?
That's right. Sorry, posed figures. Yeah.
Disparage. No, I hope
page punchers.
I hope Marvel Legends line continues for all of eternity as a longtime Marvel fan and toy collector.
Mm-hmm.
We do too. I will go on record saying that. And don't worry, you won't get in trouble for the. Just my mom is watching. Nobody else. It's fine. No. Archie is in the house. Mezco TMNT is that 4 figures are 1. We have decided any 4-pack, if they're sold as a 4-pack, counts as 1 figure. If you put it on a what's it called?
1 figure.
1 figure, yeah. Any 4-pack, if it's sold as a 4-pack, it counts as 1 figure on a top 10 list. Okay. So says Jay Shot. So is Law. That's it. So,
that's why in our draft we have multi-pack as a category. So it's
right there. You go.
Multi-set.
There you go.
Easy.
There you go.
Maybe we should do that with the Toy Daddies, like one multi-pack pick.
I like that. 1 multi-pack pick. Ooh, that would be tough. There were a couple good multi-pack picks.
There's a couple good ones. I mean, these come in as a multi-pack.
This is a multi-pack.
Yeah. The Outriders too. Yes, so, that also.
Yeah.
So.
And so is the Dr. Perry pack, who I'm sure somebody's gonna. No one's gonna have that. Sorry. Archie saying hi, Ryan. Bearded saying, look at all these goats. I'm telling you, man, we got to move the show to the barn. That's it. It's the only way to get this show going here. What else we got going on? Josh asking, does removing an arm void the warranty on?
Oh, that's a good question.
You have to take that up with Trask. I don't know.
That was a good one.
Oh, that was good. Perfect. Hasbro Customs Consumer Care would like a word with you. Let's see. X-Men 97 Sentinel level dial. Nope, not doing it. No way, never. Okay for 2025. Thank you, 78.
I'm in.
Yep, two sold right there. 2 sold, done and done. Here we go. Oh, we got a very generous $5 super hat. Side question, Ryan, as a Celtics fan, do you hate Kerr after the Olympics? Thank you so much, Kwame Taylor.
Do you really think it's Celtics? J-Shot.
Celtics. Sorry, Celtics.
No, that's okay.
You know, I did Kwame Taylor. Okay.
No, you did good. You did good.
Damn it, Ryan.
It's on his contract to.
I do not. We are. You know, when you are the world champions of the world, you can be a little gracious. So no, I don't hate Steve Kerr. I think I disagreed with his decision, but it clearly worked out for him because the U.S. Barely won the gold medal. They almost didn't win in some of those games, but his strategy, for whatever reason, seemed to pay off. And Tatum got a gold medal out of the summer too. And yeah, it was just great motivation. Tatum is playing very well. I think so the Celtics, for all you sports fans, right, beat Cleveland last night. Cleveland was undefeated, 15-0. And came into Boston. Celtics won a close game. Tatum had over 30 points, I think is leading the league or close to it in scoring. So yeah, it motivated Tatum. So can't hate Steve Kerr for lighting the fire and giving us further reasons to go for that repeat, the back-to-back.
Yay, sports ball. Basketball is like the one thing I don't follow. But hey, sorry. Or yay? I don't know. Go Celtics.
There was another good question in there that I saw.
Which one?
Start it. Here.
This one?
Yeah.
This one? Hey, where can I buy one of those shirts? Man, I wish I had an affiliate link right now.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You can buy them at Roosevelt's, and that is RSVLTS. Roosevelts.com. I believe they're actually doing a really damn it, John. They're doing a really good Black Friday kind of doorbuster sale. I bought a bunch this week.
Oh, they started already?
Yeah, they started already. They started early. Some of their shirts are 60% off. So yeah, go check them out. They got a lot of really cool ones. They have a Muppet Christmas Carol one that has been sold out for about a few weeks now, and I'm really disappointed that I've been trying to track down for a while. So but yeah. You can check out roosevelts.com. And I wish they sponsored us, and I wish I had an affiliate link, but
who knows?
Maybe someone could put a word in for us. I don't know. So maybe that's them calling Ryan right now to give him an affiliate link. I don't know. That'd be great. So
it's actually a wrestling thread from work. With Dwight, Tony, and Lenny just all talking wrestling. So it's actually
something must be going on.
Tell Dwight to jump on. Wrestling's over. Jump on. No, so make sure Dwight's hand's okay. I don't know. Last time I saw him, his hand was a little messed up. So I feel like that was 2 years ago, but I hung on to that because his hand was
the scar. Really... He probably still has the scar.
Yeah, probably yeah. So the scar of me asking him about it. That's what he's got. So let's see. High School Creations. How you feeling, Mike?
Hey.
Machu said he's recovering from his Vegas trip. Looks like you guys did well out there. So and I think we're in stock now, right? Isn't that what he said, Machu? We got stock now over at highschoolcreations.com. Maybe almost. Maybe
we'll talk about it. Yeah.
All right.
I did display most of the Secret Wars wave on the wall XD display. Decon.
Go.
That was fun.
So when you buy your Sentinels tonight, use code B2S for absolutely nothing off. It's 2 opportunities totally missed. Roosevelt's and then the only one. Ryan, are we going to see more 20th anniversary blister card retro figures? Was the Iron Man, Cap, Toad, and Hulk a one-off? Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. We
will not be
about it.
Kidding, so.
We've talked about it. If we do, it will not follow the same plan, right? Like we won't follow wave 2 lockstep like every single figure. We just did that for wave 1 because it felt fitting and because Toad had not been released, I think, ever in the Legends line, really, apart from that very first Toy Biz one, which wasn't super articulated. So that was kind of fun way to get Toad in there. And then just so happens Wave 1 also had Cap, Iron Man, and Hulk, which are 3 of the strongest, most popular. So it made sense to do exactly Wave 1. But if we do go back to it, we'd probably have to just pick from anyone we wanted and not necessarily go in that order. But we'll see. I love that line look and the way we had the little stand with the like diorama reversible comic cover and little mini backdrop. That was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. I like that. What do you put out, J Shot?
I have it right
He's got
here.
one right there. Yeah.
Oh, is that? I knew it. It was the Iron Man one. That's a good one.
It just probably wouldn't say Legends 20th anymore because we're
Right.
too many years gone from that.
Yeah. Could say 20 plus. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. See? Oh. There you go. All right. I gotta repin everything that was just on top of it. hey, remember these? What a wild time, huh? Anyway, remember wearing a mask is our problem. Legion X says, please make human Sentinel army builders. That's an interesting idea. Those would be wild. They'd be a little creepy too.
Yeah,
they would. And there were a lot of different variation of them. So
yeah.
which one would you do?
I would say Trask, right? That was one of them. Was it Trask? He was
No. Was it Trask?
Yeah.
You're talking about the one that Rogue offed, right?
Yeah.
Or what wait, what do the kids say? Oofed? Oofed? My son says it. Yeah.
Unalive?
Oofed. Yeah. Oofed.
Yeah, it was Trask because the other one was who was the other one? Gyrick was the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was the one in bed that got offed got unalived when oofed. When
but it was also like
look at us grown men using kids.
Yeah. It was like everyone in the town, and wasn't it even like Trask's like not Trask, Bastion's like mom, like didn't she turn into one too?
Yeah, that was the creepiest one out of them all.
Like the old lady, yeah.
I feel like all right. So yeah, okay. Bastion's mom could be a fun one to do because she was creepy as hell. That'd be wild though. But I mean, look, if you're gonna do any like human characters first, I think we need a Colossus at the bank before we get it. Yeah. I want to highlight this comment, and we're gonna leave it up here for the rest of the show. That was a really good with my name, very impressive. Thank you. Just, thank you.
I wish we had that cheering audio.
We'll add it in later. Don't worry. What else we got here? Hey, Red 2 is here. He says he's hitting us with a
Sup Knights.
He says he's still at the mall. He's hanging out with Jubilee.
Okay.
How very appropriate for this show. Kgard82 says toy collecting is the one sport I do follow. So there you go. Do we got work more or less in the house? What's going on? What's up, my dude? You got to see him. Very jealous that you got to see him again at DCon. Good. Yes, big sale at Roosevelt's again. Shameless plug. Muppet Holiday always warms my heart. Have to watch that movie. That's a Christmas Eve tradition for me. We got to watch that movie, and I sing in the Kermit voice. So good luck getting to that. Here we go. Rhino4563 with a very generous $5 super hat says, "Can we get a Marvel Legends Micronauts wave with a Baron Karza Baff? And can we please do it live? We're doing it live."
There he is.
Very specific, very involved ask.
Yeah,
we'll add it to the list. I don't know where on the list of priorities it will land,
under Colossus.
It'll be on there somewhere.
Under Colossus. It's like it's somewhere between Colossus, Bank Colossus, and Shower Bucky. It's somewhere on that list. We got Hero Collections is here saying the return of Marvel Legends card back packaging has a 15th anniversary coming up in 2027. I think. Wow. There you go. So there you go. And welcome to the show, Hero Collections. Let's see. I'm hoping for the classic Thor and Punisher on those 20. That could be cool. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. All of a sudden the chat just blew up. We got no chewing here. What's going on? What's going on, Chewy? Sorry, Rhino. Sorry. Anybody else read that? Like, well, I'm sad now. Yeah. You gotta, MCU Collector saying, can we get a Regent figure?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, Bill, MCU Collector, for the $1.99 super chat. And my apologies. I don't know. A Real Life Perspective Show saying happy Wednesday, everybody. And if you get a chance to check them out, go back and watch our episode on Friday where we talked about Joan Plowright, and that's a real name. And we are now all friends of Joan. So yeah, you go. Worth a shot. If you don't ask, the answer is no.
Not for $2, Brian.
That was good.
There you go. He's been asking forever, it says. Ryan, is there a figure that you want, like, that's just, it has nothing to do with anything else, and it's not like a reveal, it's nothing, it's just something that you've always wanted to make because it was something special to you as a kid, or that you've just always wanted to make, to make you happy?
Over the years, I have to think harder and harder because a lot of the X-Men type stuff I grew up with, we've done, and on a lot of the teams and stuff. So I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that one. There's nothing I'm like, I feel incomplete without. I feel like we're in a pretty good space, and now it's just getting newer, better versions of things, or plugging a few of those, just remaining holes in the various collections.
Okay. This was another question I actually wanted to ask you, and I think somebody asked earlier in the chat about the Sentinels, and again, if it's too inside baseball, feel free to just tell me no, the same way you did before. Is there a number that you guys would have to hit for it to be a success, for the Sentinel pre-order to be a success?
Yeah, with anything that we do, we have to run all these scenarios, and it's kind of the like worst case, like what is the likely scenario, right? What is a stretch that would be great? What is a bad scenario? And if that happens, like, is everyone still cool with it, or do other things then happen? So it's always a scale of where we will end up. But yeah, I think the reception has been great for this one so far, and we hope it ends up in the success column at the end of this pre-order program and into next year, because then it'll allow us to continue this approach specifically for Marvel Legends. I can't speak to the other brands' plans, but are there other deluxe kind of style offerings that are not quite crowdfund HasLab level, but also something that needs to be pre-ordered, but then that allows us to do certain cool things that we wouldn't be able to just do normally.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So bigger, probably most likely bigger characters, but it could expand in theory to like groupings of normal characters, or we could get into vehicles at some point. I know the last time we tried to do a vehicle as a crowdfund didn't quite work out for various reasons, but I don't think that rules that out entirely. So it's all just kind of coalescing. We just need to get into a good rhythm with Dragon Man and then the Sentinel, and then on to the next project.
Got it. Okay. 78 is saying he wants a Rachel Summers from Excalibur to finish off the Summers family. So
that's a good one.
That is a good one.
There you go.
Not alone in that.
Jason, what would you want to be made, or a set? What would be a cool set?
Ooh, I'm probably in the unpopular opinion on this. I would like to finish off the Age of Apocalypse. So I'd like to see the Gambit, like that kind of those figures. Yeah. I was a big Age of Apocalypse fan. That actually got me started in comics.
That's fair.
And I honestly, and this may be like a weird thing, but I would love to also see because I think you could do a lot of really cool, either box art or card art. I'd love to see an Avengers versus X-Men wave, but they would do them as 2-packs.
Oh,
I think, right?
That's a cool idea.
I think that would be cool. And maybe it's a Build-A-Figure Spider-Man, since he was so neutral for a while. So, yeah, that would be something that I would want to do. Yeah. Or
I thought of my answer to your question.
Oh, Yeah,
the character I want to do. So
yeah, Spider-Man. No.
Spider-Man. So I read the Exiles comic from the start in college for a couple years there, and I really liked Mimic on that team, and he was the leader for a portion of it. Although that wasn't his classic look, but even thinking, I'd love to do a classic kind of old school Mimic. Which whether we did him first or second, like if we could do like a first appearance Beast, like before he was all blue, but with like that build and the big hands and the big feet. And then, I mean, we just did an Angel, so we've got new Angel wings ready to go. So I'd love to do, a either a classic and or modern Mimic, just because I like the Exiles way back when.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot.
That kind of leads into what I was going to say. Outside of Colossus, I'm not going to bring him up again, but I would like the original team in a cool box set, right? Since we got those new Angel wings, right? And like you said, like classic Beast before the fur.
Yeah. I was hoping to do that for what year was that? 2023, when we did the X-Men anniversary program. But couldn't get enough traction to do that year. Had a bunch of other X-Men priorities to hit, which we did. So that there was one box set for that was a Toys R Us exclusive, kind of in the middle modern Hasbro Modern Legend or Marvel Legends era, not the early days, but not what I would classify as like the current era that we are in. It was kind of in between. And so would love to another crack at that one with the modern kind of builds that we have for everyone, including Angel.
Exactly.
So we'll see. I'll keep that on my internal pitch list that everyone has. It's like we've all been working together for so long, and we all know each other. It's funny that it's like someone's like, "Oh, I have an idea," and then you kind of know what the person's going to say because it's the thing that they've been advocating for the longest time. But eventually those things do come to life. It just takes years in some cases.
Right. Just right timing.
Do you get to that where it's like somebody's like, somebody puts your hand up, you just go, no, let's put it down. We know, and the answer's still no. It's just like no. Yeah.
We keep bringing it out. I think Dwight pitched that Punisher versus Bushwhacker set for like many years. I remember, and so that finally came out this year. And Dan for a couple years there, I think had Firestar and a bunch of meetings, and then so when we eventually did that fan channel Firestar for the first time before the 3-pack, like she was just I think like a fan channel item. Like we always joke that that's Dan's Firestar, and he was like, I don't even like the character that much. I just think like Dan's wanted it. And it's like, yeah, Dan, you're the Firestar guy. We know.
Yeah, you're the fan, Dan. You're the fan. All right, we got a couple people. Let's see. Here we go. Dom is going to tell Dante on me that I said AOA. MC is saying Regent and Spider-Man 2-pack. There you go. There's the fix. That's what he's saying. How about a bigger version of Mighty Max? Doesn't that Mighty Max like the pocket thing? Like, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose if you make it bigger? Or am I thinking of something else? What else we got? Holding out for Tusk. PJ's looking for more comic Deadpool, Core, Spider-Verse, X-Men. I don't know if that's one thing or a bunch of stuff. Classic Beast is definitely up here. Approved for Mimic. First Avengers box. That could be cool. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for a Spidey Hulk. Marco Garcia says, Return Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse. I'm here for it. Savage Land Rogue. I read that first as Savage Land, and I thought he was going to say like Sauron, and I should have known 78 was going to go Rogue, which I'm not mad at, but yeah, I'm not mad at. So she has a series coming out. Okay, all right. Ryan, do you tend to want to lean more towards comics or more towards cartoon when you're thinking through these figures?
Me personally,
yeah.
I maybe slightly more towards animation, but no, I mean comics is still, I think, the key thing for me. But it's also not even those two. It's things like video games. It's things like trading cards. Like just for me, because trading cards were so big. Like in my mind's eye, a lot of characters the first, like when I first think of them, I would think of like the trading card and how are they drawn in that, and like what,
like this,
yeah,
exactly.
will we get that.
Will we get more box art like this? This was awesome.
Yeah,
this was
I would
really
love
cool.
to. I would love to. The challenge for those is we want to. So like we are, and maybe myself the most, but like a purist in that. If we put someone in that Marvel Universe 1991 Series 2 frame, they need to have been in that set in that particular costume, right? It's like very, you don't want to just play fast and loose with it the way we do sometimes with the retro cards where it's like, oh, here's the Toy Biz Spider-Man 90s animated line look, and oh, this character actually wasn't in the Toy Biz line, but he could have been. He or she could have been, and so that's why we put it on that old looking card. Like if we do something in the trading card package, it needs to have to me been released in that. And as you flip through the binders and the pages, there's a lot of characters that we've done already. So it's like, do you want the same figure just in a new box? Probably not. So that's why Death's Head was such a good item, because that figure had not been done, and it was one of the cards. So we just have to find, like, is there a new character that has never been done, or is it a meaningful update that isn't already available that could be done that way? And then that's how we kind of get to that.
Cool. Have you picked up any of the new card packs? Any new card packs, I should say? I know that you're a big card guy on the Marvel card packs.
No, so like that's the thing. It'll be purely vicarious for me, because the modern Marvel card sets are just really expensive. And it's an interesting time because Topps is now, like Fanatics and Topps are now doing all sorts of different sports cards, including entertainment-based trading cards. And so I think we're a couple of sets now into Topps doing their versions of it. And so I did get the itch a little bit to explore that new Topps set. And some of those cards are actually reusing some of the 1992 Jim Lee art that was in that first X-Men set. So there's some pretty rare variants and special treatments of like Rogue and Gambit that you can get in that set. So I was curious about it, but I have to just kind of stick to toys, because if I went full into the modern cards, it would get too crazy for me.
Wasn't GameStop doing a thing where they were giving out cards? Or was that like a couple years ago?
For Marvel Legends, there was a promo with GameStop that Upper Deck designed several packs worth of cards, which was a really fun promotion. It was kind of like a one-time thing though, because it had to do with GameStop's like marketing budget, and they had the desire to do that 1 year. But I think it was a fun surprise, because we actually didn't market it in advance, because it was more of a GameStop's thing. So I remember this was a couple of years ago, people were just posting, I went to GameStop and they're just giving out cards. Like, what are these cards? No one had heard anything about this. What is this? So it was kind of this organic discovery that doesn't really happen in this day and age, where there's you see something and then you pre-order it and then it ships to you, right? You rarely just find something in store surprise. That's why, like, Dan Hu, going back, like when he found that Hellfire Club Trooper just in his, I think it was like Forbidden Planet or some London-based, UK-based toy store, and we hadn't advertised it or revealed it yet, because this was in the very early days of Pulse, and it was like he was posting it like, what is this? And then Hellfire Hank became his mascot in all of his content, and so those are fun instances when that happens.
That's cool.
I didn't realize that's why it was his mascot. I didn't realize that was the story.
He found it and he was posting it. People are like, is this real? It's like, I think it's real. Like, it was in a store. They were selling it in a store, so they must be.
Can we just find a Sentinel at a random store?
Yeah. Or on our doorsteps.
on your body. Just look down.
Oh. Thank you, Roosevelt, for making me buy money. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Toying Around says he wants to get new Marvel medals. I don't even know they had new Marvel medals. I just keep thinking about those. Like, remember those masterpiece cards? Those were some of the most beautiful cards. Those card arts were just some of the most beautiful things. Josh says modern card sets are insane. Too many parallels for an OCD person. I understand that. Yeah. Just binders on binders and binders. All right, so we're coming up on time, and Ryan, you've been a real trooper answering a ton of questions, and putting up with just in general, which I know is always a challenge. I do have one last question. It's been bothering me all night. I can't figure out what it is. What is the X-Men thing behind your head? What is that?
Board game?
Is that what it is? It's the board game? Is that the old board game?
Yeah, it's the old board game that has all the little plastic figurines. So here's Gambit.
Wow.
So
hang on. Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
my God, I remember that.
Oh, so I had this game as a kid growing up. I don't know where my original copy was, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get it. So I went and got a sealed copy, which I will keep forever sealed, and then I went separately and just bought a loose set of all the figurines. So I have all
nice.
on display here, and then also in front of it, I have a copy of my favorite video game of all time, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse for Super Nintendo. So not that I have a Super Nintendo lying around, but now I just have a nice looking copy of the game. And so that sits in my display back there.
Awesome. Oh, it's awesome, man. You just unlocked a core memory for me that I didn't even know I had, because I remember that game so badly. Now I'm going to go track it down too and throw it on the ground with everything else that I have until I clean this place up. So, but dude, thank you so much for being here. I know biggest thing we want to plug tonight is the 97 Sentinel pre-order ends on Monday. Go back your pre-order. Go back it tonight. Not back. Go place your pre-order. There's no backing. It's a pre-order. Go pre-order your Sentinels. You will not get charged until they ship. And that is expected fall, right? We're expecting fall of 2025 for that. So you got plenty of time to save up your money. Don't overspend, but you got time to spend. So, get minimum 15. No, I'm kidding.
As much as I want to just juice the numbers on the Sentinel too, I did want to also just thank anyone who bought one or multiples or whatever. And yes, to your point, like everyone should. Thank you, Machu. Thank you, J-Shot. Everyone collect within your means. Like don't do anything crazy. Toys are an important part of our lives, our hobby, but it is just a hobby, and life has other responsibilities. So
that's right.
Collect within your means, and but just thanks to those people who did back it, and through your support, whether it's the normal line or things like crowdfunds in the past or this new kind of approach, the more we can prove that certain things can be successful, we can build on them and do bigger and better things. And then sometimes there's going to be learnings, and that's great too, because it allows us to get where we are now.
Yeah. And counterculture, it's a 2025 problem. That is fair. Buy a Sentinel now, save later. Trying to find an aftermarket. So, awesome. Machu, anything to plug this week? Or we're good?
I think we're good. I'm
okay.
I think we might go on Wade's stream on Friday. I got to get back to him.
Yeah, that's right. We gotta confirm Wade's stream. And do you have it? Do you have it in your hands? I think Ryan, I don't
have it in my hands.
Oh, okay. Can you grab it? It could take it like 5 seconds to grab it, or no?
It's upstairs.
All right, never mind. We were gonna tease something. We were gonna take a page out of your book and tease something, but we will just
wait
do
about
that.
The Celtics. He loves to talk about the Celtics.
We know he was watching basketball on our stream when we had him at Legion's Con. So he loves that sports ball. But yeah. Dude, man, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Always good to see you. Always great seeing you out in cons and random places like the American Dream Mall.
Right.
But always good chatting with you. And that's it. For everybody watching live or on the replay, we appreciate you guys. Go pick up a Sentinel. Go pre-order a Sentinel. Go pick up a Roosevelt shirt. Go do something with X-Men and Marvel Legends. We're all big fans. Everybody's a big fan. Who doesn't like this stuff? I don't know. I'm rambling now. Also, go make some content. Yeah.
Also, 20 rounds marathon stream is coming up soon. So just be on the lookout for posts on that.
Be on the lookout for dates on that. I'll be involved this year. I'll be hosting a Family Feud event, so that'll be wild and weird. I'll be mispronouncing things left and right. I bet you one of the categories should be how many names have I mispronounced. That should be one of the categories for sure.
And definitely go watch one of J-Shot's streams from last week. I don't.
Yeah, go with that. We also have an interview with Mega J Retro up on my channel. That just went up today too. We talked about Flipor and Ryan Andersby, who of course is unfortunately passed away So this is a great nod to his legacy. So Ryan, thank you again. Everybody watching, appreciate you guys. We wouldn't be here without you. Go home, go make some content, go be proud of yourselves. And Machu, cue that outro.